Hello and welcome to the Hallmark Security Cheshire Football League preview for weekend 4th of February. This weekend sees a whole host of our sides play in district and county cups, and we're just going to run through those ties for you now. In the Mid-Cheshire District FA Cup quarter-finals, Barnton Wanderers are taking on Rudheath Social. Lostock Grayling against Cuddington, League 1, League V, League 2, local rivals. Winsford Saxons are playing Middlewich Town, and Winsford United Reserves are taking on Barnton Reserves in the quarterfinals of that District Cup. Good luck to all our sides there. In the Altrincham District FA Cup, Broadheath Central in League 2 are taking on Mersey Valley from League 1. And Knutsford A from our Reserve Division 1 are taking on Altrincham and Hale from the local Altrincham District League. And those are the semi-finals. Into the Liverpool County Junior Cup quarter-finals, Quarry Bank OB are taking on our own League 2 Ford Motors, and Netherley Wood Lane Legion are taking on our own League 2 Orford. So good luck to them in those cup competitions this weekend. Moving on to our President's Cup competition as well, we have some internal cup matches going on. Eagle Reserves are playing Tarpley Vicks. Goulburn Reserves are playing Mersey Valley. Pilkington's Reserves are playing Sandbach United Reserves, and Unicorn Athletic are playing Rylands Reserves. Good luck to all the sides in those cup matches too. Our Premier Division roundup for this weekend looks like this. We have Crewe in 9th taking on Altrincham placed in 4th. Both sides looking to get back into the groove. Crewe winning last time out 4-1 back a couple of weeks ago against Greenhalghs, Padgate St Oswald's. And Altrincham unfortunately losing to a rejuvenated Eagle Sports side 1-0. They haven't yet played each other in the league, so it's a good opportunity for the sides to get a feel before they have to play that return match. Can Altrincham step up to the plate, get a few more points, keep them in that mix at the top of the table, and can Crewe get themselves back into that mix with a win? Who knows? Join us on Monday for our review session then. Denton take on Congleton Vale, 8th versus 6th. Denton's last time out, they played superbly well. 6-0 against Rudheath Social. They're looking to build on that. Congleton, they lost out, 3-1 to Knutsford. Can they pick up the pace again, get back in the mix? They haven't yet played each other in the league, so again, an opportunity for them both there to sound each other out before that return game. Garswood, 16th against Malpas in 11th. Now, Garswood last time out, took on Style, who were one place above them, and beat them 1-0. Signs looking good. Can they continue that climb? Can they leave Style behind? Who knows? Malpas, shock result of the week. Only 2 games on last weekend, and they beat Poynton, the title chasing Poynton, Cheshire Cup chasing Poynton 4-3. Absolutely fantastic result. Malpas won 9-1 back in November. So again, Garswood won a game last week. Malpas with the result in the league, possibly this season so far. No, should be a good ding-dong game there. Next game, Greenhalghs, Padgate St Oswald's against Wythenshawe Town. Greenhalghs in 13th, Wythenshawe in 3rd. Greenhalghs lost last time out 4-1 to Crewe, and Wythenshawe lost 3-1 to High Flying Poynton. So they'll be both looking to get back in the groove. They last played each other back on the 8th of October, and that game was 0-0. So there's an opportunity again for both sides to get back in the groove. Wythenshawe really looking to push on and catch up some ground on the 2 top sides in our division, Knutsford and Whaley. The next game in our division, in our Premier Division, Linotype Cheadle against Eagle Sports. Linotype in 7th against Eagle Sports in 12th. Last time out, Linotype won 2-0. They're in the semi-finals of the Cheshire Amateur Cup with Poynton in separate halves of the draw. There's an opportunity there to have an All-Cheshire League final. Wouldn't that be a first? Yes, it would. But in terms of how did it go last time out, Linotype Cheadle, 2-0 winners back in September. But I want to draw your attention to this fact. Eagle Sports, having had the worst start ever in their Cheshire League career history, are now on a 9-match unbeaten run. They are the informed team in the league. Obviously, Poynton lost last week. Whaley have lost recently. Knutsford have lost recently. It's all there for Eagle. Can they continue their climb? They're not going to get into the mix for the championship, but they're 12th and they're steadily rising. What will happen at the weekend? The last couple of games within our division, we have Style in 15th against Rylands in 10th. Now, Style, as I mentioned earlier, lost 1-0 to Garswood last time out. And indeed, Rylands lost 2-0 to Linotype Chilly Heath Nomads. On the 14th of January, Rylands hammered, and I mean hammered style, 10-0. Will it be a repeat? Have Style organised themselves? Have they looked at the film, the footage, the video replays? Have they strengthened themselves in defence? Who knows? Let's see what happens in our review show on Monday night. Don't miss it. The game of the day. And I apologise to anybody else in the league. This is the game of the day. Whaley Bridge in first against Poynton in fifth. Both title wannabes. Not won it, or not won it recently. Certainly in case of Poynton. Whaley Bridge, last time out, 3-0 against Malpass. Poynton, shock defeat, or was it? Was it coming? Did that run have to end? They lost 4-3 at Malpass last weekend. They played each other back in August, way back at the start of the season, and Poynton were 4-2 winners. Obviously, Whaley have gone on a run since then that's puts them in top spot, and Poynton have gone on a run which sees them in fifth, with a lot of game in hand, but also in the semi-final of the Cheshire Cup. What will happen in the Premier Division? Come back and join us Monday night. Into our League One review for weekend Saturday the 4th of February. First game up, alphabetical order. Billinge, top of the table, taking on 13th placed Hale Bank. Billinge, last time out, took on Middlewich Town and stopped their recent revival with a 2-1 win for Billinge. They're taking on Hale Bank, whose last match out was a 7-0 loss to Lostock Grayling. They met back in August. That was a 3-3 draw. Form says Billinge. Hale Bank might have other ideas. Let's see. Monday night, join us. Edgerton in 12, taking on FC St Helens in 6. FC St Helens have just dropped off the pace in the last few weeks. It might be because they've not played, because of the weather, and everybody else has. Last time out, Edgerton took on Tarpley, brushed them aside 3-1. St Helens, FC St Helens, 0-0 with Dayton. So, in terms of which way is that going to go, form says not sure. Table position says FC St Helens. Who knows? They've not played each other yet, so there's no form, there's no previous games to go back and look at. Just join us on Monday. Grappenhall Sports, 16th, rock bottom, take on Warrington Reserves in 2nd. No, Grappenhall, sorry state this season, unlucky with the folding of their reserve side. They lost 2-0 to Goulburn Sports last time out. Warrington, first defeat in a long while, they lost 3-2 to Billinge. Warrington were the form side and probably still are the form side going back over the last 10-15 games. So your money would be with Warrington. They've not played yet. It's a local derby. Who knows? Next game up, AFC Macclesfield against Dayton. 8th versus 10th. Macclesfield lost last time out. 3-4, 4-3 to Pilks. This is, if that was in a plastic pitch playoff against Pilkington with their new surface, 3G surface. Dayton, newly revived, done well in the last 3 games since Christmas, picked up form, and they beat Mersey Valley 2-0 last time. These two sides met on Christmas Eve and drew 2-2. Looking at it, 8th v 10th, 2-2 on Christmas Eve. It could be another tight game, and maybe a score draw is not a fair is a fair bet on your pools coupon. Do people still do those? Last game in League One, we have Pilkington in 3rd, taking on Cheadletown Reserves in 15th. Last time out, Pilkington won, as I've just mentioned, 4-3 against AFC Macclesfield, and Cheadletown, they won 1-0 in a midweek night game against Lostock in the quarter-final of the J.A. Walton Cup. They're through to the semi-finals in a couple of weeks' time. That was an improved result for them. Money might be on Pilkington. Again, who knows? It's at home on Pilkington's new surface. Might, favour for Pilkington getting used to playing on it a bit more than Cheadle. Join us on Monday evening for that review session. Into League 2. And we actually only have one league game in League 2. I've gone through the President's Cup, I've gone through the District Cups, I've gone through the County Cups. And we actually only have one game left. Diva Christensen has been postponed due to a waterlogged pitch this afternoon. So the game of the day in that division will be Winstanley Warriors taking on Windle Labour. 6th versus 2nd, both new sides into the league, looking to get as high as they can, maybe even get promotion into League 1 for next season. So last time out, Winstanley Warriors took on Broadheath and drew 3-3. That's a great result. Probably more for Winstanley than it is for Broadheath, but it's still a good result there. And last time out, Windle Labour took on then top of the table Diva and actually took their spot. They beat them 4-3, and therefore Windle back down in second now because of games that have been played around them, but certainly one of the form sides in the division. They last played each other way back on the 16th of August, and it was a 3-1 win to Windle Labour. Which way are we going to call it? You might say Windle, but then again, weather, heavy pitches, home advantage for Winstanley. Join us Monday evening for the review show. That's it from me. I'm going to hand over to James now, who's going to take you through the remaining matches in Reserve League 1 and Reserve League 2. James, over to you.
Thanks, Rob, for the introduction. There aren't many games in the reserve fixtures, reserve-wise, this weekend. There's one league fixture in Reserve Division 1. It sees Greenall's Padgate St Oswald travel to Poynton in a game that sees 3rd in Greenall's against 7th in Poynton. Now, looking at the league table, you could say Greenall's are probably favourites. And a win for them would move them within 2 points of Eagle Sports and within 1 point of Linotype Cheadle above them. Poynton, a win won't move them up the table this week, I don't think, anyway. Might actually move them up 1 place as they're level on points with Rylands currently, and Rylands have other fixtures this weekend. It's the President's Cup, as Rob probably previously mentioned, and a number of clubs from League 1, League 2, and both reserve divisions are in that. So there's going to be a lot of fixtures from a lot of teams, from the reserve divisions who are playing in the President's Cup this weekend. One of those games is Dayton versus Malpass at Dayton. This sees Dayton, who are in Reserve League 1, take on Malpass, who are in Reserve League 2. Still in the group stages at the moment, so be sure to let us know in the comments who you think will win the President's Cup this season. In Reserve League 2, there's only one fixture to discuss, as all of the President's Cup games that are being played by Reserve League 2 sides, other than Malpass, who we mentioned earlier, they're all playing league sides. So there's only one game in that division. It's Middlewich Town reserves as they host FC St Helens reserves. Middlewich sit in 4th, St Helens in 2nd. A win for St Helens could put them top of the table going into the last run of fixtures. There's not a lot of fixtures left for St Helens. They've played more than most, and so they'll really be looking to get one final push here so Mersey Valley and AFC Macclesfield don't catch them up before the end of the season. That's all from me. Thank you very much. Be sure to follow us on social media and so forth, and all of our social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Everything that you want, will be updating you on CFL Score Centre this weekend using Twitter. We're also going to try a few new features, not this week, probably in a few weeks' time. But until next time, which will be Monday or Tuesday, or if we've got special videos out Monday or Tuesday, then we'll let you know when those are coming out. So thank you for watching. I've been James, and thank you very much for watching this preview of all the actions to take place this weekend.